Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. In this video tutorial, we will see how to create a new project in C# programming language. So first of all, I will open my Visual Studio and go to Files, then New Project, and then here I will select the Visual C#. Then here I have the different option to create the project. This option will create the application form, and this will create the WPF application form, and this will create the console application. And if you want to create the libraries, custom libraries for C# programming language, then you will select this option. We will go through the console application to Windows Forms and WPF application. So first of all, how to create console application? Click here and give the name. I will let it go with the default name and click OK. And after some execution, the customized default project will be ready to start programming. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. In this video tutorial, we will see how to print any command or any statement in C# programming language CLI based. In the previous tutorial, we have seen that how to create a CLI based project. So click here in the static void main function and write console.write, and in parentheses enclosed in double quotation, whatever you will write, it will print it as you have written. So after this, I will execute the code by clicking on the start icon, and the output will come and flash away. To make it static, you have to write an extra code, which is console.read, to make it stop for a while, and execute it again, and the output will here. You can change the string as you want it. For example, the engineering projects.com, and after saving, execute it again, and the string will show the output like this. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. In this video tutorial, I will tell you what is the difference between write and write line function in CLI based C# programming language. So first of all, we will implement it. Control write and write the string TEP, and make a duplicate one again, and then write line with the same code and paste it here. Now execute it. To make it readable, we have to add another code, console.read. Now it will show the output. So what will happen? We have written two write statements simultaneously, and then write line, and then write again. So what happened? This statement will not leave any kind of space and don't pass the flow of execution to the next line. And what happened when the write line will be written? When you will use this code, it will pass the flow to the next line. For example, console.write TEP, console.write TEP, console.write line TEP, and then console.write TEP. So if I will use again console write, it will not pass the flow to the next line. It will pass the flow next to it, and if we will use write line many times, it will pass the flow to the next line. You can see here these three write line will pass the flow to the next line, and the console.write will not pass the flow to the next line. It will pass the flow next to it. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Data types are used everywhere in a programming language like C# programming language because it's a strongly typed programming language. You are required to inform the compiler about which data type you wish to use every time you declare a variable. In this tutorial, we will take a look at some of the most common used data types and how they used. Bool is one of the simplest data type. It can contain only two values, either false or true. The bool type is important to understand when using logical operator like if-else statement. Int is short of integer, a data type for storing number without decimals. When working with numbers, int is the most commonly used data type. Integers have several data types within C# programming language depending on the size of the number they are supposed to be stored. String is used to storing text, that is a number or character. In C# programming language, strings are immutable, which means that strings are never changed after they have been created. When using methods which change a string, the actual string is not changed. A string is returned instead of that. Character is used to store a single character. Float is one of the common data type used to store number which may or may not contain decimals. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. We use as keyword to cost. We gain performance and avoid exception when a cost is invalid. Null is returned when the cost is impossible. For reference types, the as cost is recommended. It is both fast and safe. We can test the resulting variable against null and then use it. This eliminates extra cost. An example, here we cost a string to the base object class type. Then the object variable is changed into a string with the as operator. The object is next cast to a string builder. This cast fails. The string builder is not more derived type of the original type of string. Let's see and have a look at code. I have created two variables, one of string type, second of object type. The string type variable is named as variable 1, object type variable is named as variable 2. Now I will cast this variable 2 to another new variable of string type named as variable 3. And how we cast it? We will use string, then variable name is equal variable 2 as string. The variable 2 is the object type variable which will be casted as a string into variable 3. Now use a if statement to see it will be valid or not. We have used if variable 3 not equal to null. If the variable 3 is not equal to null, this statement will be executed, else not. Then what we will do, we have taken string builder variable named as variable 4 and again use object variable to cast as string builder and store the value to the variable 4, and again use the if statement. If variable 4 is not equal to null, this statement will be executed. Now execute the program and see only the first if condition is executed, not the other one. It's because the variable 2, which is of object type, is casted as a string into the string variable, but not into the string builder. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Consider a list. It has the value 30, 40, 20. With the ascending keyword, we sorted from low to highest values from 20 to 40. Ascending is the default sorting order in the C# programming language. In query expressions, we can specify ascending. This improves program clarity. This program creates an array of employee object instances. Next, it uses a query expression to sort these object instances from high to low salary. Here in the program, I have created the employee class and the salary and ID variables. Now move on to the employee array and initialize the salary and ID one by one. I have given same salary 3 times with the different ID names. Then I have used var result variable and from M is the short for the employee in array, and make M as the array variable. Order by m.salary, it means the salary of employee class is in descending order, and m.id is ascending. It means ID will be ascending. Select M and show the result. It means it will show the highest salary first with the lowest ID first. I have used for each loop to show the result one by one until the array will finish. In for each, I have said that employee in result, it means the value in result of employee type will be printed like this: 0 first and then 1. 0 for the employee salary and 1 for the employee ID. When I will execute this program, it will show highest salary first with the lowest ID first. I have executed and see that we have 20,000 as the highest salary and 10,000 as the lowest salary. So highest salary first and lowest salary later, and then the lowest ID first. We can see that 4, 5, 6, these 3 have the same value of 20,000, but the ID of the lowest first will be shown the value first. For example, 4, then 5, then 6. 4 is the lowest between these 3s, 5 and 6. So that's why this program is showing the lowest ID first with the highest salary first. So here we have seen that how ascending is working in this program. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Day and night are part of a Boolean condition. Day is true, it has light, and night is false. This can be stored in a bool variable. Bool is often used in expressions. Many expressions evaluate to a Boolean value represented in 1 byte. The bool type represents truth. A bool can be assigned to the true and false literals. We set the bool variable to true and then we invent the value of bool using the exclamation operator. This is the example program where I have taken one variable which is type of bool, name as val, and declare as true, and I have given the condition if val, if this value will be true, then it will execute this statement. I will double quote it. It will print the value true, and if val is not true, it will print the false. Now execute it and see what happened. The first answer is true and the second will false. Why the first is true? Because we have declared the val value true, and if this statement is true, this will print it. So the current value here is true. That's why the print statement printed the true, and then true is equal false. So the current value of val become false, and here we have checked this statement. If val is not true, then this line will be executed. So the value of val is currently false. That's why this statement will be true, and it will consider this statement as a truth. If I will change this statement to only true, then it will not show the false answer like this. So here we have done and understand that bool can store only one value, either true or either false. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In the previous video tutorial, I have explained you about the base keyword. Now I have again another example for the base keyword. Here we have a simple class net, in which I have declared a variable name as value and given the value as 6, and create another class which is Perl derived from net and use the same variable and given the value 7. And in the drive class I have declared a void write method which is used to print the output. In this I have used two statements. The first statement will give the value of the base class and the second give the value of the drive class. I have created the object of Perl class. After initialize it, call the write method. Now execute it, and we can see that first it will show the 6, which is the value of the base class, and then it is execute the 7, which is the value of drive class. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. A method can be abstract, a class can be abstract. An abstract method has no implementation. Its implementation logic is provided instead by classes that derive from it. A template: we use an abstract class to create a base template for derived classes. With abstract, we enforce a design rule at level of the compiler. We introduce first an abstract class named as test. Two other classes derived from test, for example the example1 and example2 class. In the test class, we have a field and an abstract method. Abstract method cannot have bodies. This makes sense. These bodies will never be used. Abstract classes have certain restrictions. They cannot be constructed directly. Here we have example program where I have used abstract keyword to declare test class, and in test class I have declared variable of integer and then abstract method name as a, then create and other derived class example1 inherited by test class and override the method which I have abstracted in the base class. And in override method I have used an output statement and then base dot increment in the a integer. Then I have do the same thing, just replace the name from example1 to example2 and decrement and use decrement in the last. Now here I have the class test and object as test1 and give the value of example1 function to the test1 and use test1 to call a function which we have overridden, and then do the same and call test2. Now execute the program to see the output. What will be happen? It will show example1 and it will show example2.a0. First this program will run. We have given the base class to the object of drive class, and this drive class will call this value and the second drive class will call this value. If we will copy and call many times the first drive class, it will give a value with one increment like 0, 1, 2, 3. This is cause we have called base.a, the base variable, and then after its calling we have incremented the base variable. If we recall the object of second class, it will decrement it each time it will call like 0, -1, -2 and -3. So here in this tutorial we have seen that the abstract methods are not declared or initialized in the base classes, they are initialized and declared in derived classes. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the check statement for keyword. Check add exceptions on number flow overflows. When a number overflows, its value becomes invalid. Normally this causes no exception to be thrown. Throw an exception is thrown with check keyword. Error can be prevented by catching overflow earlier. This leads to higher quality programs. In the example program, we have used keyword checked and then use increment in a normal integer variable up to its maximum value with the increment of 600 each time to consume less time for the error occurring. Now I will execute this and you can see that sooner the error will be occur. I think it takes more time. I have to increment lot to make error earlier. Now you can see that the error will be occur, which is system.overflow exception, which means the number exceed its maximum value. But if I will commented this checked keyword, it will not stop or show error again. It will go to the negative side, then positive, then again negative, and then again positive up to infinity. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the break keyword. This keyword alter control flow. Its meaning is clear in most programs. Its mean to stop the execution flow. In loop, it stop the loop, and in a switch, it exit the switch. Break statements are used in certain part of a program. We use them in for loop, for each loops, and switch statement. They cannot be used in some places. In this example program, I will show you how break statement work and exit the flow of execution. I am going to declare a for loop. If I will not use break statement here, this string will print it 5 times. I have to use console.read to make the screen still. Okay, I have to use this outside of the loop. Now you can see that this string is printed 5 times, but if I use break statement after this right line, it will show only once and exit the flow of this for loop. You can clearly observe that when I have declared the break statement, the for loop is executed just once. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the byte keyword. A byte is 8-bit memory container. The byte type is a compact and efficient type. Byte arrays are more useful often than single bytes. They can store file data. Sometimes bits are even more efficient than byte. There are 2 types of byte. One is single byte and second is S byte. To make matter more complex, a byte has no sign bit, but an S byte does. We can use an S byte when negative numbers are needed. Here in this program, I am going to declare first byte variable v1 and initialize value to 5. Then S byte variable v2 and initialize value -1. Now I am going to use print statement to check their values. v1 copy, paste and replace the variable name. Here is the example program where I have taken v1 as byte, v2 as byte, and initialize v1 as 5 and v2 as -1, and use these two print statements to check their values. The values are same as we have declared. Now I am going to check what is the minimum byte value and what is the maximum byte value. So what I do, I will write the data type, then dot min value, and data type dot max value. The max value show me the maximum number it can store, and min value show me the minimum value it can store. I will do same procedure with s byte to check their memory capacity and execute them. So the byte maximum value is 255, which means byte can hold maximum 255 value and minimum 0. On the other hand, s byte can hold maximum value posted 1 to 7. And hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I am going to tell you about the case keyword. This keyword is part of switch statement. We use this keyword to match constant value in switches. Case specifies a constant to be matched in the switch selection statement. Cases can be stacked and combined. We can target a case with a goto statement, and default is a special kind of case. It is matched when nothing else does. Now, with the help of example program, we will understand how to use cases. Finally, I have written the code for the switch and break and case statement. I have used three cases: case 1, case 2, case 3, and the special case named as default. When these three cases does not work, the default case will automatically execute it. Now I am going to execute this program. And you can see that it will show the output as default case, which means these three cases does not match with the value of this integer variable, which is 5. If I will change the value to 1 and then execute, the case 1 will be executed. So in this video we have seen that how case works and how to combine cases with break. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, we will discuss about the catch keyword. In catch, we handle exceptions and alternative flow, the try, catch, pattern, trap, errors, separating them in a clear way. Programs become easier to read. The catch block allows an optional variable. Multiple catch blocks can be stacked to provide more control and then can filter exceptions. In this example program, we will understand how catch statement or keyword will work. I have declared an demo function which is named as divide by 0. Any decimal divided by 0 is equal to infinity, which is an exception. To handle this exception, what we will do, we will use try keyword to try this function and use catch keyword to catch the error and to show any customized message when the error will be caught. So here is the customized message which is as error. If any error occurs in this function, this statement will be executed, but if there is no error in this function, this statement will be neglected. So the output is as the error. It means there is an error in this function. What we will do, we will change the value to 1 and see what happens. There is no output. It means there is no error in this function. So we have seen that the catch is used to catch the error from the try block. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the char, which is short form of character type data type. The char type represents a character. It is a value type. Char is similar to an integer or unshort. It is 2 bytes in width. A char must be cast when converting to an integer. With an indexer, we can access char in strings. Char can be incremented in a loop. Have a look at an example program to understand it further. I am going to declare a variable name as var type of char and give value in single quote as a, and use write line statement to execute and show output on screen. We have same output as we have initialized. But what happens if we use more than one character? It will show us the error. So we can observe that char type variable can store only one character at the same time. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the engineeringprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the if keyword. Basically, if is a check statement which is used to check the condition. In other words, we can say that if is the conditional statement. I am going to create the if statement. For example, I have declared any variable int var is equal to 5. Now I will check that is the variable which I have declared is equal to 5, yes or not. So this is the conditional statement. I am going to declare if. There is a syntax. First I will write if, then in parentheses I will write the condition which is var is equal to 5. If this condition will be true, next the body will be executed, which is enclosed in the curly braces. Console.writeLine true. Now when this condition will become true, it show the output as true. Now I am going to execute the program and it's showing me the true string. But if I will change the value of variable, now see what happens. There is nothing in the output. So you have clearly observed that when this statement is true, then the body will be executed. But if the conditional statement is not true, the body will not be executed. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the true keyword. True is Boolean illiterate. True value that means yes and store in bool type variable. For example, I have taken a data type bool and take variable var and is equal to true. Remember, true is not equivalent to 0 or 1. Now I will use if statement and say that if var, it means if condition is true, then print it console.writeLine var. Now see what's happened after executing it. Now you can see that condition will become true and the string will saying that the value of variable is true. So here is the today's tutorial. If you found this is very informative, please share and subscribe this channel. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the engineeringprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the enum keyword. In the forest, a flower grown. The flower has many attributes. It is blooming, it is pink, not blue or yellow. A gentle wind passes through the region. With an enum, we can classify this plant considering that flower come in all colors. It could use flower color .pink and other one could be blue. In enum example, here is an enum that expresses importance. An enum type internally contains an emulator list. The value like trivial and critical are int like 1 and 4. Here is the example program where I have created the enum importance type structure, where I have declared the 5 elements of that 5 attributes of that enum name as importance, and then create the enum local variable. Importance value is equal then the value of this variable. Now I am using the if condition to check it is true or not. For example, the value is currently important or critical, and I have checked is that the current value is equal to important or trivial. If yes, then print this. If not, then print this. Now execute. So it will give the answer true because this case have been executed. The current value is important or critical. I can change easily the value. Simply dot then important. Now change this important with this and now execute the program. I hope so that the output will be not true. Yes, not true means this if condition will become true and executed. I hope that you really enjoyed this video tutorial. If you like this, comment your views and subscribe this channel. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Hope you are fine. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the double keyword. Double is an 8-byte numeric data type. It is used to store large and small values. It also stores fractional values such as 1.5 and negative values such as negative 1.5. It requires more than an int. Here in the example program, I am going to declare a decimal type variable, and then we will check the maximum storage capacity and the minimum storage capacity of the double type variable. So for double, I will use the keyword double, then the variable var is equal to 1.5. Now use console dot write line to show the value of variable. Now I will use another console dot write line to check the maximum value of double. I will use double keyword, then dot, then I will use max value, and then copy paste this code again to check the minimum value and just replace the max in min, and here we have done. This line of code show me the exact value of the variable which is type of double. This show me the double maximum value which he can store, and this is the minimum capacity of the double. Now I am going to execute this program, and here you can see that here is the maximum value and here is the minimum value, and here is that value which we have initialized in the beginning. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the false keyword. False is also a boolean literate like the true, and the false mean is no. False can be stored in a variable of bool type. In my previous video tutorial, I have explained about the true. Now here is the program of true type. You can simply take a variable of type bool and declare the value as false, and here is the condition which is mean as if condition false. If the false condition, then this code is not executed, but if this condition becomes true, the code is executed. Now click on the start button and check the results. So here you can see that there is no output. It's mean the if condition become false and the code will be terminated. So here is today's tutorial. If you like this video, then please subscribe this channel. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the continue statement. This statement alter control flow. It is used in loop bodies. It allows you to skip the execution of the rest of the iteration. With this statement, we jump immediately to the next iteration in the loop. This keyword is often used in while loops, but we can use in any loop. In this example program, we use the continue statement in a while true loop. The loop continues infinitely. We use sleep to make the program easier to watch as it executes. So here in this example program, we have taken a random variable. This random function will generate the random numbers, and we have used while true loop, and in this loop we have used two if condition. If the number is divisible by 2, it will continue the iteration. You can see there is a check. If number is divisible by 2, skip the rest of the iteration and continue this process. And if this statement is the random number is divisible by 3, skip the rest of the iteration. But if not, the else part will be executed continuously. So we will execute that, and we can see there are random numbers are generated which are not divisible by 2 or 3. When the number which is divisible by 2 and 3 come, this iteration will stop automatically. To make it more easier, we will use not random number, we will use the static number such as the 2. So 2 is divisible by 2, so iteration will be stopped during the execution and there is no output because it is divisible. And if I will use 3, then 3 is also divisible by 3 and there is no output. But if I will use 5, 5 is not divisible by 2 or 3, so we have seen these messages which is not divisible by 2 or 3, and the number which we have given is the 5, and it will continuously looping up to infinity. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the decimal keyword. Decimal accurately stored numeric data. The .NET framework offers this type of program where rounding errors are harmful. Decimal store large and small number with many digits after the decimal places. The decimal type is a value type. It can be manipulated with the standard numeric operators in C# programming language. These include plus, minus, multiply and divide operator. Decimal also has other features we will see in later programs. Here in this example program, I have declared decimal data type and variable name as G and given this value. Now in this first if condition, I have checked what is the value it will show, and then I will use this command to add another decimal value in this Y, and this command is used to multiply and then subtract the decimal. Now I will execute this program, and you can see I have given the value 1.0m and it is showing me 1.0 only. The second statement, the second line of code is show me 1.5, which means I have added 0.5 in this dual time. Now in the third condition, it will show me minus 0.5, which is after multiplying divided by y. So here in this program we have learned about the decimal, which is used to declare the most accurate values after a decimal point. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the default keyword. Every reference and value type has a default value. This value is returned by the default type expression. Default is most useful for writing generic classes. It also helps us to understand the language type system. In the example, we first look at 4 uses of the default expression. The 4 types we apply the default expression to are the string builder, int, bool, and program type. The program type is declared in the program itself. So have a look at the program. I have declared string builder and named its variable as variable1 and use default string builder. What this code means? It means to give the default value of string builder if I will nothing initialize to it, and same as with int, bool, and program type. I have used 4 output statements to show the default value of these variables. Now what will happen? The default value of string builder is null, and int as 0, and bool as false, and program as null. When I will execute this code, the null is replaced by the blank output. I will execute this program and I can see that the first is blank, then 0, then false, then also blank. So in this program we have learned about the default keyword. I hope this tutorial is very useful to you. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the classes. A class in C# got its information. Like a castle, it keeps its treasure away from outsiders. Classes are everywhere in this programming language. In this example program, we define a class named as box with one public method which is open. This class is a type, a template that does nothing. The main program begins with the main keyword. So here in this example program, we have one class with the one public function and one print statement inside that open function. And I have create object of box class named as box and initialize it as the object of box class with the new keyword. Then call the box.open and execute that program. When it will execute, it will show the string welcome to TEP. You can change it as you wanted. So here in this tutorial, we have learned about the class and how to create class and object of that class. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to TEP, theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the const keyword. Const is a short form of the constant. Any variable or data type which have been declared with the help of const can't be changing during the runtime. For example, I have declared a variable int a and give value 6. And after some time, I will declare the value of a as 7 and use output statement to show its value. Now I will execute this program and it will show me the value of a as 7. But if I will use keyword const before the data type, it will make the value of a constant as 6. Now you can't change the value of a during the runtime execution. Here you can see we have an error, which is that you have declared the variable a as the constant so that you can't change the value of a. You can see here is another error message. If I will remove this, now it will working fine. So here in this video tutorial we have learned that the const keyword is used to make anything constant. Constant keyword is mostly used in mathematical programs where you have to declare the value of pi as a constant and something as that. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the engineeringprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the do. Do begin a loop. The loop body comes before its conditions. Every looping constructor has advantages. This loop is rarely needed. It probably has more disadvantages than its advantages. We use do while loop in this example program. Let's create the program. First I will declare a variable. Int a is equal to 0. And then create the do statement. Do after do, use parentheses to declare a statement. Use console dot write line, and in the right line I am going to create the table of any number by using my own logic. For example, 2 multiplied by plus a plus equal plus a multiplied by I is any other integer. I is also declared as 0. Now these both are 0. For example, I don't take I will use direct number instead of I. And now what will happen? It will print 2 multiplied by any number which is changing is equal to that number is multiplied by 2. Now after this I will use while and put the condition here. A is less than 11. Now after this I will use the semicolon and execute the program. Okay, it will show in the 0. Sorry, I forgot to increment in that a. So a plus plus. Now see, here is the program, example program of number 2. 2, 1 the 2, 2 the 4, 2, 3 the 6. I can change just this number and create any table of any number. You can see here. What is the main logic behind that is the do will enforce the line of code to be executed first. For example, if this while become wrong, at least do part is executed once. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the engineeringprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the for keyword. Basically, for keyword is used as a for loop, and the syntax of using the for as a for loop is after the keyword of for you have to use parentheses. In the parentheses, the first part is the initialization, and then set after semicolon there is condition, and after semicolon there is an increment. I am going to take x as the initialization, which has the value as 0. Then the condition is x is less than 5, and increment or decrement is x plus plus. and are using console.write9 and print the value of x each time. Now I am going to execute this line of code. So here is a for keyword as for loop. Here is the value of the x, which is printed as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the value of x is started as 0, and the loop is terminated at x less than 5, which is 4 less than 5, and each time loop is completed, the increment is in the x is happened. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the float. Float is a floating point number. The C# programming language provides this type as a single precision floating point number representation. Float is less precise than a double keyword. It occupies 4 bytes and is no larger than an int. Here in this example program, I am going to declare the float type variable and give value 1.00, and after 00 I have to use the suffix as f, and now I am going to show the value inside that variable. I will execute, and here is the output. If there are zeros after the points, it will neglect them. If you will use any number after 00, it will show you output as 1.001. Here is the output. You can also check the maximum holding capacity of float and the minimum holding capacity. Now here we can check. In parentheses, I will pass float dot max value, and after copying the same code, I will change the max into the min. Now execute the program. Here you can see that this is the maximum value float variable can hold, and this is the minimum value the float variable can hold. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the finally keyword. Finally is used with the try-catch block. It is similar to the default keyword as we have used in the switch cases. I'm going to write a code like first I will create the try block, and then I will create the finally block. The code in the finally block is executed in the last of the program, and it must be executed. For example, I will use console.write9 to pass any string, and if I will leave the try block blank, then you can see that here is the string TP. Whatever we have performed in the try block is separated from the finally block. So here we have learned that the finally keyword or the finally block is executed same as the default in the switch statement cases. Hello, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. Click on this icon to subscribe our channel and to get the latest updates from YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the else keyword. In my previous video, I have already told you about the if keyword. The else is used with the if part. For example, we have if condition and if part true, When the if condition will be true, this line of code will be executed. But what happens if this condition will become false? This line of code is not executed, so we use else keyword to give another direction. When the first if statement becomes false, the else part will be executed automatically in the alternative way. So you can see that when I have given false in this condition, the else part will be executed. But if I will pass the true, the first line of code will be executed and the else part is neglected. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the do-while loop. In my previous tutorial, I have already explained about the while. The difference between while and do-while is the line of code which will be executed. If you replace the while with do keyword and put the while condition in the end of this parenthesis, curly braces, as while x is less than 11, it will work fine. Here is the execution button and I have execute and see the result which are generated are the same as the while loop. The main difference in do and while is that in the do while loop, the block of code is executed at once at least, but in while, maybe if the while loop will be false, it will not be executed at once. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the for each loop. For each is the basically some kind of for loop in which you don't have to share any kind of condition for the loop execution. So first I will create string type array and initialize its value. Now I will use for each loop to print each and every index of the pet array. I will use the keyword for each, then in parentheses I will pass any variable which takes the value from the array. Now what will happen when I will execute this code? The value inside the pet array will pass to the variable where, and then it will print it on the screen one by one. Here you can see I don't have to use any initialization condition and increment step as we have used in for loop, while loop and do while loop. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this video tutorial, we will see the implementation of set and get. For that, we are creating an example class example, and in that class we have declared an integer named as number, and then use int number as the public method, and inside this method create get and set. In get we will return any value such as return this dot number, and in this declare this dot number is equal to any value. Now here in the main program we will declare an object of example class, example obj new obj example. Now use this obj to set the value. For example, I will use number is equal 6 and use any command to show its output as obj dot number. Now hope so it will show the value as 6. Here is the answer 6. Now what will happen? This line is mean as set number is equal to value. Number is equal to value. The 6 is replaced by this value, and when I call this command, it known as get, it will return the number which have saved here will return by this method. And here in this program we have learned how to use set and get method in any program. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this video tutorial we will learn about the while keyword. Basically while is the type of loop which is used to resolve the iterative process. So in this program I am going to create the program for any table with the help of while. For example, I will use while, then my condition is int x. For example, I will declare above int x is equal to 0, and here I will say if x is less than or 11, and I have to execute this code, write line and do x. So it will when this program is executed, the table of 2 will print it. Sorry, I forget to increment in x for each step after it will execute. Now it will find. So here you can see that it will print the table of 2 from 0 to 10. If we change the value of x from 0 to 1, it will show the table of x from 1 to 10. Now here is the result. We can make it more professionally. For example, insert 2 multiply by plus x plus is equal, and here plus and parenthesis. Now execute. So here is the whole program. The table of any number I have used 2 as the number to print its table. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us.
In this video tutorial, we will explore the protected access specifier. The overview of protected access specifier is that the data, member, and member function which you have declared as protected in any class, we can't access that directly through the object. But if you have any derived class, then you can access any data member which is protected through any public function. Now I have created a class as one and use protected as access specifier and use a variable int there and give value as 55. Now I will try to access the variable int to the object of this class 1 or dot. Now I can't access this variable. So what I will do, I will create another function or constructor of this class as public one, and in this constructor function I will use print statement console.writeLine and pass this dot variable. Now what will happen when the program is executed? It will show the value of var on the screen. Now you can see. So we have observed that we can't access the variable directly, but we can access the value of variable through any public function. Now I will create another class named as 2 derived from 1, and in this class I have declared also another public function named as 2. So the derived class can also access the protected data member of base class. So here you can see I have seen only one message. So to access the constructor, we have to create another object of the class 2. Now we will see 255. So here is the 55 3 times. There is another logic behind of this is that the first 55 is because of one constructor, and the second 55 is because of the two constructor, and the third is because the two constructor have also the feature of first. It means if I have declared any constructor in the one, then the constructor in the derived class is also called.
Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us.
In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the public access specifier. If you will not use any access specifier with any class and function, then it will consider as private. For example, I am going to create a class here as class 1 and don't declare any access specifier with this function or variable, for example, just variable. And now I will try to access by creating an object. Now I can't access any variable, but if I will declare public with this data member, then I can definitely access that. Now I am going to create another class and inherit it from the one class to one, and I am not going to declare anything inside the second derived class. Now I will create an object of the second class as obj new to new to, and then try to access this variable which is public in derived class. Now I can access the public method and data member of the base class into derived class. So here is the variable. This variable is declared in the base class, but I am accessing this variable with the help of derived class.
Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this video tutorial, we will learn about the access specifier. Access specifier as the scope of accessibility of an object and its members. All C# type and type member have an accessibility level. We can control the scope of the member object of a class using access specifier. We are using access modifier for providing security of our application. When we specify the accessibility of a type or member, we have to declare it by using any of the access modifier provided by C# programming language. There are 5 access specifiers. First, the public. Public is the most common access specifier in C# programming language. It can be accessed from anywhere. That means there is no restriction on accessibility. The scope of the accessibility is inside class as well outside. The type of member can be accessed by any other code in the same assembly or an other assembly that refer it. It means if you have base class and derived class inherited from the base class, then you can access any public method or data type in derived class which is declared public as in base class. The next is private. The scope of accessibility is limited only inside the classes or structure in which they are declared. The private member cannot be accessed outside the class, and it is the least permissive access level. It means if you have derived and base class and you have declared any function private in the base class, then you can't access that function in derived class. The next is protected. The scope of accessibility is limited in protected within the class or struct and the class derived inherited from this class. It means if you have 2 base class and 1 derived class A, B and C, the A is the super base class, the B is derived from A class and C is derived from B class, then and you have declared any function in A as protected, then you can't access that function in C, but you can access that function in B which is directly inherited from the base class. The next is internal. The internal access modifier can access within the program that contain its declaration and also access within the same assembly level but not from another assembly level. It is simple as the public function. The next is protected internal. Protected internal is the same access level of the both protected and internal. It can access anywhere in the same assembly and in the same class. Also the classes inherited from the same class. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this
video tutorial, I will tell you about the long data type. The long type contains 64 bits or 8 bytes. It is size of 2 int. It represents large integral number but not floating point. It is alias to int64. We can also access ulong built-in type. Long has a sign bit, so it supports positive and negative both numbers. In long example, we show that long variable can be positive or negative. We see the minimum value that can be stored in long and the maximum value as well. So here is a program where I have declared two variables, a as the long and b as the long. A has the positive 100 value and b has negative 100 value. This line of code will represent the current value a and b. This line of code will show the maximum storing capacity and the minimum storing capacity of long. This will show the type of long. This will show the default value of long, and this will show the type of long which it belongs. Now I will execute the program. So here is the answer. The first two lines represent the current value. The second two lines represent the minimum value and the maximum value. The next line will represent the size, which is 8 bytes for the long. The next is the default value for the long, and the last line represents the type of long. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this video tutorial, we will learn about the object. Any C# type can be used as an object. Each class is derived from the base class. Each reference is both an object and its derived type. In this program, we show that an object, the reference still is an instance of the more derived string builder type. Here is the program where I have declared variable as val, type of object, and passed string builder into this val variable. And now I am using this console.write line to get the output on the screen and showing the value of val.getType. It means what is the type of this variable. I will execute the program and it will show me the exact type for the base class resource link, which is system.text.stringbuilder. For example, I want to check that what type of this class is. So the name of class is program. I will replace string builder with the name of this class and execute the program. It will show me the exact path of the program, which is console application 1.program, the name of application. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the private access specifier in C# programming language. In the previous video tutorial, I have already explained in detail what are the access specifiers. So the overview of private access specifier is that if you have base and drive class and you have declared any function and data member as private in base class, then you can't access that member or function in drive class. So I am going to declare any class here as class 1 and declare function with private access as my function. Now I will create an object of this class 1. Obj is equal new 1. Now I will try to access the my function from the object. There is no condition to select the function as name as my function. So I will declare now this private into public and do the same thing again. Dot. Now I can access my function. So here it's all. You can't access private method or private variable from base class into dry class.
Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us.
Hello, in this video I will tell you about the if condition statement. So first of all you have to write the if keyword, then condition in parentheses. This is the generic syntax of if condition. If the condition will be true, the next line after the condition will be executed, else it will be neglected. Console. Here is the example line. True. When the condition will become true, this line of code will be executed. So I will pass the true here and execute the code. You can see that here is the line executed, but if I will pass the false here, this line will be neglected. There is no any argument or string. Now what I will do, if you want to execute multiple lines on any condition using if conditional statement, then you don't have to write like this, because if you will write like this, the first line will be considered a part of if condition, but the second line is not considered as a part of condition. Second line. Now if I will execute the code, the first line of code will be neglected because the if condition is false, but the second line will be executed because it's not the part of if condition. So here is the output and you can observe. But if you want to execute both lines with if condition, then you have to enclose them in curly braces. Now here you can see there is no output, so I will make it true, and now you can see there is output. I am using boolean variables to make condition true. You can use any statement. For example, I will take int a is equal 5. Okay, so I can use here as if a is equal 5, then execute the code. There is the output. Or if I say if a is equal 6, which is the wrong statement, so there is no output.
Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us.
Hello, in this video tutorial I will tell you about the if-else conditional statement. The generic syntax of if-else conditional statement is that if, then condition, then the line of code which will be executed. If the condition is true, then the else part. After the else keyword you have to use parentheses. In the else part, the line of code will be executed if the condition will become false. Now replace them with code. For example, this condition first becomes the true. I will use as to condition. and if it will become false, I will use as false condition. Now let's execute the program. This condition is true, that's why the first line of code will be executed. But what happens if it becomes false? The else part will be executed. Now replace them with some integers. Int a is equal 5 equal 5. Now see, yes, a is equal to 5, that's why the true part will be executed. But if our condition become wrong, the else part will be executed. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. Hello, in this video tutorial I will tell you about the if-else nested statement. If-else inside another if-else is known as nested if-else conditional statement. For example, this is the first if, and then there is some part of code and else another part of code. Now inside the first if else there is another if, this is known as if else nested statement. You can make nested if and nested if else both. To make nested if, you just have to enclose one if in another if, and to make nested if else statement you have to cover if statement inside else part as this. Now use conditional statement console dot write line to show the output as nested if statement, and copy this line of code again and put it here as nested if else. Now I will execute the program, and it will only execute this line of code, because when the flow of execution is started, it will execute the first line of code, and it is true, that's why it's come inside this curly braces and execute this statement again, and it is also true again, and the line of code will be executed and the flow will be exit. Now start. So here is the output is nested if statement, but if I will make this statement as false, the else part will be true, and inside else there is another if statement which is true, so this line of code will be executed. Nested if else statement. So here in this video tutorial we have learned about if else nested and nested if statement both. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the do-while loop. The difference between while and do-while loop is that the line of code will be executed first, then condition will be checked. But in while loop, you have to check the condition first before execute the line of code. The generic syntax of do-while loop is that writing the keyword do after that line of code, and then the condition while. In parentheses you will write the condition, and after the condition you will mark the semicolon. Now I will put the condition at here is that first I will initialize any variable. Int a is equal to 1. Continue the program up to 11 until the a will be greater than 11. And then here is a line of code which I want to execute if the loop will be true, and that is console.writeLine a multiplied by 1, and here the increment a plus plus. Now I will execute the program, and here is the output from 1 to 10. If I will replace 1 with 2, I can see the output as 2 to 20. 2 to 20. Now the benefit of do while loop is that if the while condition is false during the first execution, the do line of code will be executed once, but in all other loops it will not happen, because if the condition will become false, the line of code will not be executed. Now I will change the condition as false. Now see what happened. Once the line of code will be executed, but in other loops if I will mark the condition as false, the loop will not be working. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the while loop. The basic use of while loop is that to replace the iterative line of code with loops. For example, here is I will use console.writeLine and print the table of any number. For example, 1 multiplied by 1, and then again up to 10th time. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one line more as 10. Now these 10 lines will represent the table of 1. I will execute the program. To minimize the line of code which have the iterative process, we will use loops. And in this program, I am going to use while loop to minimize these 10 lines into optimized way. I will use while. The syntax of while loop is after while keyword in parentheses there is condition, then in curly braces there is line of code which will be executed on the condition, and after the line of codes in the last there is increment or decrement as you required. For example, I will initialize any variable int a is equal to 1, and then my condition is a is less than 11. It means the value of a is started from 1 and the loop will be executed up to a is less than 11, and here I will increment the value of a each time the line of code will be executed or while loop will be executed. So I will use console.writeLine to print a multiplied by 1. Now what happened? In the previous I have used 10 line of code to print the table of 1 up to 10. Now here how many line of code I have to write? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 line of code. I am neglected these curly braces. Now execute the program, and here is the same output. The best part of loop is that you can iterate it to infinity. For example, I will use here as 101. Now it will show me the table of 1 up to 100. So here If I will use console.writeLine simply, then I have to write 100 line of code to represent the table of 1 up to 100, but in loops it is easy to handle them. Hello, welcome to theenggprojects.com. Please subscribe our channel by clicking this button and support us. Hello, in this video tutorial I will tell you about the for loop. The generic syntax of for loop is that after for keyword in parentheses, the first column is for initialization, initiate, then second after semicolon is condition, and after semicolon there is increment or decrement. It depends on your logic. And then in closed curly braces there is line of code which will be executed for the for loop. Basically, for loop is used to iterate any process behalf of condition. For example, I want to iterate the table of 2. So the starting point is known as initialization, which is int a is equal to 1, and the end point is known as condition up to where the loop will be executed, which is a is less than 11. It's mean 1 to 10. The loop will start from the value 1 and end at value 10, and each time the block of code will be executed, I want to add 1 in the a variable, so I will use a plus plus. Now each time this line, the block of code will be executed, the value of a is incremented by 1. Now we'll use here console.writeLine and say a multiplied by 1. Now it will print the table of 1 and show the output as 1 to 10. Now execute the program. So here is the answer. Now if I will change the value of a, 1 as 2, now it will show the table of 2. If I will change the value of 2 as 3, it will show the table of 2 from 3 to 30. 3 1 the 3, 3 2 the 6, 3 3 the 9, up to 3 10s the 30. So you can compress the line of code which have the iteration by replacing the line of code with for loop.
Hello everyone, welcome to theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you how you can control your label in C# programming language by using the application form. So here I have the sample application form. I will go to the toolbox and search for the label and drag the label at here. Simply now we'll close this toolbar and here is my label. Now what I will do, I will modify the text of the label by going to the forum1.cs. From here you can go to the forum1, and in forum1 after the initialize component you have to write the name of the component which you want to use. I want to use the label, and the default name of the first label is the label 1, so I will write label 1, and I want to change the text. So after dot you have to write text, and to change the text put is equal and in double quotation the text you want to use or modify. So I will write the engineering projects.com, and when I will execute the program, the form will pop up and show the string. So let's see what's the output will come after the compilation. It can take some time. Sorry, I think something, okay, I forget to put the semicolon in the last of the statement, so that's why it's showing me the output wrongly. So here is the output. I have changed the text as the theenggprojects.com and it will show me the answer. You can also put images in the exchange of strings. For example, if I will use as label 1 dot image, label 1 dot image is equal, then the path of the image, here is the path of the image, full path with the extension, and you will, when you will execute the program, you will see that the label will replace with the image. I hope that this tutorial will really give you information. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Hey everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I am going to tell you about the exception handling. For example, you have created any program and you have to say to user to enter the numeric values, but they will enter the alphabetic values. Then what your program will do, you have to properly handle your exception and errors. So for that, you C# programming will provide you the exception handling functionality. The basic syntax of function handling is that first you have to write try, and in these curly braces you have to write your code which you want to test, and then you have to write catch, and in these curly braces you have to write that code which will perform on any error occurring. So for example, in these parentheses you have to take the exception object and pass the type of exception. For example, here is the code. I am going to show you the error, which is anything divided by 0 is infinity, and this is the error in this program. So this catch block will handle that. I will try this code and the catch will find and get the exception error. In the parentheses I have used the exception object system.exception, and ex is the object of that library file, and when any error will occur, this line of code will be executed and the finally will be executed in the last. So for first time I will neglect the final block and execute the program. Okay, now output is this exception catch. Here details, the details are system.divide by 0 exception. It's mean anything divided by 0 is error, it's become error in the program, so we have already handled that. But if I will not divide 100 by 0, then what happened? See, the result is 100. It's mean the program is accurate. But if I will divide it by 0, it will cause an error, because anything divided by 0 is infinity, and this is the major error in this program. So I have handled that with the try catch block. This is called exception handling. You can do this in your applications to improve the quality of your application and software. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you how you can initialize the value of the combo box in C# programming language by using the Windows form. So first of all, this is the generic form. Go to the toolbox and drag the combo box on the form. So where is the combo box? I will search that here as combo and drag that box at here. Then go to the form 1 from here, and the default name of the first combo box is combo box 1. Okay, so now I will add items in the combo box 1 as dot items items, then dot add, and then something like okay, and some other strings. Now when I will execute the code, the form will show these options and the blank option as the default. Now I am going to execute the program, and here you can see what's the output of the combo box. The first is the empty, second is the OK, then Pakistan, China, USA, UK. So by this you can create your own date, time, date of birth, and any kind of age type of combo box from which you can get the multiple or the selective input from the user which you want to add. For example, in every social media you have seen that there are the date of birth and the son of and the year of the day birth. For example, 1992, 1991, the selective one will be selected as the user input, so you can create your own combo box like that in C# programming language by using the Windows form. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I am going to explain you how you can control your button in C# programming language by using the Windows form. Here I have a window form, and go to the toolbox and drag the button here. Here is the button, and go to the form CS. Initialize the button as button1 dot click is click space plus is equal the function you want to perform, new event handler and the name of the event in the parentheses, then control dot add and the name of the button to add that into the form. We have already added, so we don't need this. Now create the function which will perform any functionality, like when the button will be performed, it will say HTTP the theenggprojects.com. Now save it and execute the program, and when I will click this button it will show me the URL of my website. Click, and here you can see the URL of the website. So you can create now any kind of button and handle that functionality at your own in the Windows form. You can create calculators, forms, menus, and other kind of application using the C# programming language Windows form. I hope that this tutorial is very informative. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you about what is the difference between the list box and combo box. First of all, go to the toolbox and write for the combo box and drag and drop it here. Here is the combo box. Then again go and write list box and drag here on the form, and here are both. Now I will execute both and see what's happened. Here is the output, both are empties. Go to the form1 C# code and write for listbox1 dot and write the code for same code for the combo box as combo box 1, and other procedure is same. Now execute the program. Here is the following output. This is the list box and this is the combo box, and here you can observe the difference that the combo box will provide you the functionality of the drop down, but the list box does not give you the functionality of drop down. It will give you the preview of the list which have containing the item sets. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you how to use the list box in the Windows form of C# programming language. First of all, go to the text box and write here as list box. Drag the list box on the form. Here is the list box, and I will save the program and execute the code and see what's happened. So here is the output initially. Close it and go to the form 1, the C# code, and here you have to write the variable name of the list box, which is the default as listbox1 dot items and dot add. And in add, after the add you have to write the parentheses, and in the parentheses in enclosed double quotation you have to write anything, for example Pakistan and some other as the demo. P1, P2, P3 and P4. Now execute the program, and here you can see that we have the multiple list items here, and we can select one of them at the same time. I hope this video tutorial is very helpful for you. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Take care. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I am going to tell you about the checked list box. In my previous video tutorial I have already explained you about the list box and combo box. Now today I will tell you about the checked list box. Right, go to the toolbox and write for checked. It is a checked box and it is a checked list box. You have to drag the checked list box, and I will execute the code and see what's the output. Here is the initial output without nothing. Exit the program, go to the main code form1.c#. Here you have to write the default name of your checkbox, which is checkbox1, and after the dot you have to write for items dot add. And now I will add some options, for example old, young and baby. Okay, now I will execute the code and see what's happened. Here I have 3 checkboxes which I can select multiple. Now I will close the program, and for example if I want to show the user already checked or unchecked and already checked but can't change the state, so after the comma here you have to write the check state dot checked. This option will already clicked, and here I will add checked state comma unchecked. This is by default unchecked. All the list by defaults are the unchecked, and here comma check state dot interminate. Now what this option is, this option is already checked but you can't change the state. Now I will execute the program and see, you can see that the first state is already checked, the second is unchecked, and third is checked but you can't change the state. I hope this video tutorial will be help you in C# programming language Windows form. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I am going to explain you about the radio button. Go to the toolbox and write the radio, and here you have radio button. I will drag and drop here. I will use multiple radio buttons. I have used 2 radio buttons. Now I will execute the program and see. Here I have the radio button. One is already checked, and second I will check the second, and you can see that you can select one at the same time. And go to the main code. From here you can give the values or select the radio buttons and retrieve the value from the radio buttons by nominating their default name, which are radio button 1 and radio button 2. For example, radio button 1 and radio button 2 dot check is equal to. Now I will execute the program, and you can see the last one is checked. You can't check both at the same time. For example, I will neglect this. Now the second button is become the default check situation, and if I will neglect the second code, the first radio button will be the default checked state. I hope this video tutorial will help you to understand the logic of the radio buttons. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the simple checks box in C# programming language in the Windows form. Go to the toolbox and write for the check, and here is the checkbox. You can simply drag and drop it here, simply here, and here are the 2 checkbox. I will execute the first program, and you can see you can check multiple or single checkbox. Now go to the C#. For example, I want to change the text of checkbox, then I will write the default name of the checkbox, which is the checkbox 1 dot text, and here I will give the text as the engineering projects. Now I will execute the code and see what's happened. The first checkbox text will return to the theenggprojects.com. For example, if you want to change the setting of check, uncheck and interminate, you have to use a checkbox 1 dot the 3 state is equal to true. After this property true, you can change the states of this. You can see here you can change the state uncheck, check and interminate. I hope that this video tutorial will give you very nice information. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Thank you for watching and keep subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I am going to explain you about how you can use the progress bar in your software application developed from the Visual Studio by using the C# programming language. So go to the toolbox. Here is the toolbox. Right here for the progress bar. Here is the progress bar. Drag and drop it here. And now I will execute the program and see. Here is the progress bar. Go to the C# code and write for progress bar dot the minimum value of the progress bar is equal to 0, and the progress bar 1 dot maximum value is 200. And now I will use the loop to give the value, assign the value, and the value will be changed after every instance of a time. For example, progress bar dot 1 value is equal x. Now I will execute the program, and you can see how the progress bar will execute. Now I will change it into 1000 and 1000. Now you can see how the progress bar is worked. So I hope that this video tutorial will give you a good interview of progress bar. You can use progress bar into your software as you required. You can set the minimum value, the maximum value, and show the progress bar as the progress or process will be done into your software. So keep subscribe, share, like the theenggprojects.com YouTube channel, and if you have any kind of question you can ask us. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you how you can show the pictures on your Windows Form application in C# programming language by using the Visual Studio. Go to the toolbox and search for the picture box. Here is the picture box. Drag and drop it here, and I will execute the program, and you can see there is nothing. Go to the C# code, and here you have to nominate the default name of the picture box, which is as picture box 1 dot image, and now in is equal you have to give the path of the image by using image dot from file, and in the close in parentheses after the enclosed quotation you have to give the full path of the image you want to show with the extension like this. And I have in this folder I have the image as teb.jpg, and now and here you can see the images showing here, and you can use this image box and show multiple images in the same Windows form as you required. For example, this image is not fully showing in this form. Now I will use a property which is known as image stretch. Here is the code. Picturebox1 dot size mode is equal to picturebox size mode dot stretch image. Now the image will be stretched, and you can see the image will be stretched fully according to the coordinates of the application. So I hope this video tutorial will really help you to learn the picture box functionality into the Windows Form. If you have any kind of question you can ask us, and keep subscribe and keep watching the engineering projects. Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial I will guide you how you can change the text of text box in C#. Click here and search for text box. Here is the text box. Drag it on your Windows application. Now for example, I want to insert by default a value in this text box, so when user will execute it will prompt the default text, such as I have clicked this button and execute this application, and it will return me the text box which is empty. Now I am going to fill it with the default text. Go to your form CS. Now here you have to hit the name of the text box, which is by default is text box 1, then dot, then text is equal sample text. Now I will execute the code, and it will return the default text with a sample text. This is an important technique when you are developing an application which have the login and sign up form. On there we will use text field to retrieve the name, last name and security purpose credentials So we will use this technique to show them which field is used for which purpose, such as we will create a sample form here. We will use label and name its text as name. Copy and paste it, replicate this, and now say last name. Click and Control C, Control V, replicate. Now Control C. For example, we say this is for email. Now we will show sample text in these three fields. First is enter your name. Then replicate this code twice, 1, 2, and enter your last name, enter your email. This 2 and this 3. Now execute the code. Now you can observe that how text field is look like with the sample and default text. I hope this video tutorial is informative for you. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. You can follow up our C# tutorial playlist where you will get latest tutorial on C#. Have a good day. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com YouTube channel, and in this video tutorial I am going to explain you how you can use scroll bar into your text box. So first of all, drag the text box from the toolbox, text box, and here drag it. Now what I will do, go to here and use multiple line. Now what will happen when I will execute the this, nothing will be shown. Go to here and you have to, sorry, I forget to write the code which is initialize component. Now see what's happened, and here you can see you can write something here. Now here you have to write text box 1 dot multiline is equal true. Now execute the code and you can see what's happened. Nothing happened. Write another code which is text box dot scroll bar is equal scroll bar dot both, and you can see here is a scroll bar, but it is not accessible. Go to the form, drag it like this, and now you can see I will execute the code and you can write multiple lines. I will copy it, and here is a scroll bar activated. Now you can use scroll bar into your Windows form for any kind of purpose you want to use and create software which have enabled scroll bars. So I hope that this video tutorial will give you something informative and creative about the C# programming language Windows form. If you have any kind of question, you can ask us. Take care. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you about the list view in C# programming language by using the Visual Studio Windows Form application. Go to the toolbox and search for the list view, drag it here and set the orientation. Go to the C# code and search for the default name, and if you have replaced the name with your own variable name, then you can nominate that, but I don't have changed the name, so I will nominate the default name which is list view 1 dot view is equal view dot details list view dot grid line is equal true, list view dot full row select is equal true. Now I will execute the code, and you can see here are some rows. Now I will add some column. List view dot columns dot add. Now here are two parameters. The first parameter for the name, for example name, and second is for the size, which is I am going to giving 100. Copy this, age or city. Okay, now I will execute the code, and you can see here are 3 columns. Now I will add some values in these columns. For that I have to take a string and list view type object. Size of 3 and list view item itm, and pass the value to the string as 0 is equal GEP, 1 is equal 7, and 2 is equal Lahore. Item is IGM is equal new, list view item, pass the AR, and in list view 1 dot items dot add, pass the ITM variable, and see what's happened. And here are the values: the name TP87 and city Lahore. By this you can add multiple values by copy paste this as Junaid 22 or one more Rashid 24. Now execute the code, and you can see here are the multiple values. So I hope this video tutorial will give you a nice information. If you have any kind of question, you can ask in comments. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you about how you can create menus and submenus in C# Windows Form by using Visual Studio. Go to the toolbox and search for menu strip, and here is the menu strip. Drag it here and start writing your menus. For example, file, and in file you have to edit like edit, save as, exit. Now I will execute the code. It will take a while. And you can see here is the output as edit, save and save as exit. You can enhance it more by right click on it, insert separator, drag the separator here, add more separators. It will give a nice look to it. Now execute, and you can see here is a nice view of your menu. I hope this video tutorial will help you to learn about the menus. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Keep subscribe and keep watching the engineering projects. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the color dialog box in C# programming language. There are several classes that implement common dialog boxes such as color selection, print, setup, etc. A color dialog box object is a dialog box with a list of colors that are defined for the display system. The user can select or create a particular color from the list, which is then reported back to the application when the dialog box is exit. You can invite a color dialog box by calling the method showDialog. The following C# program invite a color dialog box and retrieve the selected color to a string. So here you have to take a button to perform a action. Now double click this button to call the method. Now here I will initialize the color dialog box. As DLG. DLG is equal new dialog color dialog, and here is a DLG dot show dialog method, which will show the dialog box as pop-up. Now I will execute the program, and when I will click the button 1, it will show me the color dialog box. Here you can see. If I will comment this out and review this is the if statement in which I have stated that if color dialog box is pop-up and is equal to the color dialog result is okay, dialog result dot okay, it means it's pop-up. Then I have taken a string which value is null, and then I will replace the value of null with the dialog.color.name, the current name of selected color from the dialog box, and use messagebox.show to print the name of that color which I am selecting. Now execute the code and see I have clicked the button, and here is the color dialog box's pop-up. Now I will select any color and press OK, then it will return the name of the color which I have selected. For example, this I have clicked OK, and you can see this is the name of the color. Once again go to here and click here and OK, and here is the name of the color as white. Now click once again and select black and click OK, and you can see the name of the color is black. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about the print dialog box. A user can use the print dialog box to select a printer, configure it, and perform a print job. Print dialog boxes provide an easy way to implement print and print setup dialog boxes in a manner consistent with Windows standard. The print dialog box includes a print range group of radio buttons that indicate whether the user wants to print all pages, a range of pages, or only the selected text. The dialog box includes an edit control in which the user can type the number of copies to print. By default, the print dialog box initially displays information about the current default printer. Let's have a look on a program. Take a button, double click on this button to call its event handler, and in event handler you have to write print dialog dlg is equal new print dialog and dlg dot show dialog, and it's done, and execute the program. And when I will click the button, it will show me the print dialog box, and here you can see the print dialog box is pop up. From here you can select the name of the printer and other setting like how much copies you want, the range of the copies from page 1 to 7 and extract that. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me, and keep subscribe the engineering project and keep watching the other video tutorials and have fun. Take care. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I will tell you about the font dialog box. In my previous video tutorial I have already explained the color dialog box. It is similar to the color dialog box with a small little bit difference. Font dialog box represent a common dialog box that display a list of fonts that are currently installed on your system or machine. The font dialog box lets the user choose attribute for a logical font such as font family and associated font style, font size, effects, and a script. The following C# program invite a font dialog box and retrieve the selected font name and font size. So for that, take a button in which event handler we will declare the font dialog code. Now double click it, and here is the event handler function. In here I will declare font dialog is equal any dialog box, dlg is equal new font dialog, and here we have declared a font dialog box. Now I want to show the font dialog box when the button will be clicked. So for that, write the name of font dialog box dot show dialog. Now execute the program, and when I will click this button, the font dialog box will be pop up. And here is that. Now we'll click OK and exit the program and replace the code with this and comment out this. This is the simple if statement in which I have stated that if dialog box dot show is equal to true, mean dialog result dot OK, it means is dialog box is showing result. If yes, then execute these line of code in which I have taken two variable, font name as the string type and font size as a float type. Then font name is equal to dialog.font.name. It will return the name of current selected font which we will choose when the dialog box is pop up, and font style and font size, which is of float type, is taken a value from dialog box as dialog.font.size, the current size of the font which is selected. And here is the message box which will show the output when the dialog box is closed, as the first parameter is the name, then after space, a lot of space, it will show the font size. Now I will click OK, start the execute and click the button, and here is many font. The font is Zoya, style is Zoya, and size is 8, and click OK and again OK, and you can see the font name is Zoya and the size is 8.25. Hello everyone, welcome to the theenggprojects.com. In this video tutorial I am going to tell you about the open file dialog box. The open file dialog component allow user to browse the folder of their computer or any computer on the network and select one or more files to open. The dialog box returns the path and name of the file the user selected in the dialog box. The file name property can be set prior to showing the dialog box. This causes the dialog box to initially display the given file name. In most cases, your application should set the initial directory, filter and filter index property prior to calling the show dialog. The following C# program invite an open file dialog box and retrieve the selected file name to a string and show as message box. Let's have a look on a code. First of all, you have to take a button and double click on the button to retrieve the calling function of the button. Now call open file dialog is equal dlg is equal to new open file dialog, and here we have created the open file dialog but does not operated it. To operate that, you have to call the name of the variable, then after the dot show dialog. After the dot you have to click on show dialog parentheses and execute the code, and see when I will click the button it will give me the pop-up file open dialog box. Here I can select a file and click open, and it will give me the chance to open any file. For example, this and open, and the file will be open in the background, but it will not execute anything because I have just written the code to just open and select any file. Now I am going to replace this with this code, and here I have declared that if the dialog box is shown, it means if it will shown, then I have taken a string with the file name, and the file name is equal to dlg.file name. It means when I will select any file from the open file dialog, the name will be saved in the file name variable, and then I will use message box.show to show the name of the file which I have selected in the open dialog file. Now execute, click open, and I have, for example, this recording. I will open this and it will show me the full path of the file which I have selected in the open file dialog box as this. So I hope that this video tutorial will give you a very nice information and very nice overview of the open file dialog box. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me, and keep subscribe and keep watching theenggprojects.com. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about key press events in C# and how to use key press down function. Window form process keyboard input by raising keyboard events in response to Windows message. Most Windows form application process keyboard input executively by handling the keyboard event. In this video tutorial, we will looking for how to use key down event in text box. So for that, you have to select your text box control on your form and go to the properties window, select event icon on the properties window and scroll down and find the key down event from the list and double click the key down event. Then you will see the key down event in the source code. Let's have a look. Take a text box and select it and go to the properties box, then click on events, then scroll up or down to find key down event and double click on it to activate its event handler. Here I will like to show a message like key down is pressed. Now what is the main functionality of key down function or event handler is that whenever user will select the text box and press any key on the keyboard, this message will be executed or this function will be executed. You can replace this code with anything else you want to perform. I am using message box to just show any output. Now I will execute. Here is the form. I have selected the text box, and whenever I press any key, it will say key down is pressed. It's mean the key down event handler is activated. Any key on the keyboard which is pressed again and again, this event will be executed. So I hope so this video tutorial is very informative for you. In my upcoming video tutorial, I will tell you about key press and key up event handler. Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial, I will tell you how you can detect when the enter key is pressed in key down event handler. So let's see. For that you have to use a if statement, if and use the key event arg variable e dot key value double equal, parse it into char, and then keys dot enter, and in parentheses you can use a message box to show the output. For example, I will say okay, enter is pressed, and execute the program and see what's happened. When I will submit any key to this tool text box, nothing will happen, and when I will press the enter key, it will pop up a message, you enter, for example, the enter key is pressed. So here we have done in this video tutorial, I have tell you how you can detect when the enter key is pressed in the key down event handler. In my upcoming video tutorials, I will tell you about the key up and key press event handler. Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about how you can detect what kind and what is the value of the key you press. In my previous video tutorial, I have tell you that how you can use key down event handler, which is used to detect any kind of keyword which is pressed on the keyboard to activate this. Now we will see how we can detect what is the value of the key pressed on the keyboard. So for that, in the key down event handler, you have to write a if statement, and I will use the key event args argument e dot key value double equal to keys dot and the value which we want to detect, and change it type into char, and here in down parentheses I will use message box to show the value, and right here you pressed E, capital A, and what if I will press small a. Okay, now I have used two check statements. Okay, small a is not exist, we will add another, for example B. So when capital A is pressed, the first if condition will be executed, and when the capital B is pressed, the second condition is executed. But if I neglect these two, A and B, and press any of the key on the keyboard, this event handler will not work. Let's check it out. Okay, now I will press A, small a, and it say you press A, and when I will caps lock on and press capital A, it will say you pressed A. It's mean whatever your letter sequence is in small caps and capital caps, the code will remain the same and work for both. Now I will press B and you can see it say you press B. It's mean I don't have change here. I will say press B and execute it again, and when I will press A it will say you press A, and if I will press B it say you will press B, and but if I will press C there is no notification. It means it's work on those where we have used check statements. So in this video tutorial I have explained you how you can use check statement to detect what kind of key is pressed on the keyboard to activate the key down event handler. In my next upcoming video tutorial I will tell you about key up and key press event handler. Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial I will tell you how you can detect whole ABC or whole alphabets in key down event handler. It's mean you have to detect what key is pressed and what is the value of that key. So for that I will use if statement and use key event arg dot e as a parameter, and use as e dot keys value is equal, passing it into char character, and say keys dot a, capital A, and here is the message box dot show a key is pressed. Now copy and paste it to 26 times for every alphabet. Let's say it is as B, C, T. Now copy it whole and paste it whole. H I J K L M N, and then paste it again. O P Q R S T U V U X. Y and Z. So here we have done. Now we just have to replace the message box G U F G H I J L M. Now we have done, and execute the code and see. Now the whole ABC is detectable in this form. For example, I press Q, let's say Q is pressed, W is pressed, E is pressed, or I, O, P, or double F, G, H, L, Z, X. So here we have learned how to make the whole ABC or alphabet detectable in this form. It is very useful when you have to create shortcuts on the different keys. For example, you have developing a software where you will say that when the S will be pressed, all the situation will be saved and transferred to another state. So I hope that you will really enjoy this video tutorial. If you have any kind of question, you can ask below the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the Engineering Projects channel. Take care. Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial, I will tell you how you can detect any kind of character key in key press event handler. In my previous video tutorial, I will explain you already how you can utilize key press event handler. To detect any kind of character key, you have to utilize the E parameter of key press event OR. I will use if statement to pass the check if E dot keys is equal character type. Let me parse as char keys dot A, and when the A key is pressed, I will show a message box A. Remember, when you will press small caps A, it will not execute it, but when you press the capital A, it will be executed. Let's see. When I will press 1, nothing will happen. Q, nothing will happen. Small a, nothing will happen. If I will caps lock on and click on A again, the message boxes pop up that you press A. So here is the tutorial. I hope that you have learned this and observed what is the difference between detection of key press and key down event handler. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me, and don't forget to subscribe the Engineering Projects. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial, I will tell you about key press event handler in C# programming language. In my previous video tutorial, I have explained you about key down event handler and the many benefits you can earn from that. Here we have a text box, and go to the events and then search for the key press and double click on it to activate its event handler. Now I am using a message box to show a random message when a key is pressed. The major difference between key press and key down is that key down is activated on any kind of key available on keyboard, whatever it is, a character or non-character. But in key press, you can only access or grant the access to key press event handler if you press a character type key. If you are typing the non-character type key like function keys or special keys, then it's not working. But if you will enter or execute the character type key, it will execute. For example, I will press Q, the messages pop up. If I will press 1, messages pop up. But if I will press F1, nothing will happen. So it's mean you can clearly understand that in my previous video tutorial, when I have tell you about the key down event handler, that is
also activated on the function keys, but the key press is not available for the function keys or non-character keys. It's only available for the character keys. So I hope that you enjoy this video tutorial, and if you have any kind of question you can ask us, and don't forget to subscribe the engineering projects. Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. In this video tutorial I will tell you about how to create dynamic control in C# Windows. Visual Studio.net does not have control array like VB 6.0 does. The good news is that you can still set things up to do similar things. The advantages of C# dynamic control is that they can be created in response to how the user interacts with the application. Common controls that are added during runtime are the button and text box controls, but of course nearly every C# control can be created dynamically. In the following program I will show how to create a dynamic text box control in C# and setting the property dynamically for each text box control. Drag a button control in the form and copy paste the code as it is. I will write. So first of all, drag and drop the button and double click to activate the button event listener, and let it go. And first create a variable of int type as n is equal 1. I will tell later why I will use this. Then create a public method, public, then system.windows windows.forms.textbox, then the name of the function you want to use, for example func, here is a function which we have created. Now we will execute the function at here, unc. Now copy the line text is equal then this dot control dot add name of the variable, this command is used to place the text box on the top. This is the space between each of the text box from the top. This is the left margin of each text box. This is a string which is show inside text box, and return the variable name and execute the program. And when I will click this button, dynamically text box is generated with the name TB, and here you can see I have placed TB here and the string which is incremented each time I will click the button. So in this video tutorial you have learned that how to create dynamically Windows text box through the button event handler. I hope this video is very informative for you. If you have any kind of question you can ask us, and keep subscribe and share this video. Take care.